In this video, we are going to talk about dithering. Dithering is a technique that is widely used in shaders. For example, you can see the sphere transparency appear to change through dithering. In reality, the transparency of this sphere is not actually changing. We create an illusion by removing some pixel from this sphere, making you think that is fading. This technique is widely used in the gaming industry, especially in the older games like Nintendo 64 and PS1 title, and it is still used in some games today. But the question is, why not just use transparent object? Why dithering them? Well, transparent object cost a lot of performance. Basically, in a 3D scene, all opaque objects are rendered together, but as transparent objects need to be blended with background, it must be rendered after all opaque objects are finished, so it can blend with them correctly. You can also read more about why transparent objects are more costly to render on this page. I put the link of this in the video description. This problem does not exist with dither technique. A dither object rendered along with other opaque object, we just remove some pixel from it, as there is no need to blend that with background. So there is no need for that to be rendered separately. Another great example for using dithering is when you want to blend between two textures. For example, here in my train, you can see I blend between two textures using dithering technique. Without dithering technique, I should sample from the first texture and then sample from the second texture and then blend between them in the shader. And this way we sample from two textures. And sampling is really costly on GPU. In texture sampling, GPU must fetch texture from the video memory, which is really costly. But if we can mix these two textures by dithering, we can reduce this to one texture sampling, which is much more optimized. I'll show you how we can do that later in this video. The next use of dithering is for game art style. Some people create some unique art style by dithering technique. This also can be interesting. So in this video, first I'm going to explain what we call dithering, and then I'm going to show you some dithering technique that can be implemented in shader. Imagine we have this cat image. This is a grayscale image, and each pixel on this image has a value between 0 and 255, which 0 is completely black and 255 is completely white, and between these numbers we have a range of grayscale values. Now what if I don't want to show this image with 255 different grayscale value? Maybe I want to show this image by using only two grayscale value, which are just black and white pixels. And basically dithering is a process of reducing these 255 different grayscale value to something less, like in this example, only black and white. One naive way to approach this is to put a threshold to each pixel. If each pixel is less than a certain amount, we consider them black, and if they are bigger than a certain amount, we consider them as white. And you can see how the image changes as I change the threshold. This is really simple, but not perfect. So this image also use only black and white pixel, but despite using only black and white pixel, you can see somehow different shade of gray in this image. Let's take a closer look at this image. You can see here by changing the density of the black and white pixels, we create different shade of gray scale value. There are many different algorithms for creating dithering effect. For example, we have a Floyd dithering algorithm which uses error diffusion technique. This algorithm will give you a very good and realistic result, but this technique is not good to implement in shader, as it's much more costly than other technique, and black and white pixel will jump around when the camera rotates. But this technique will give you a very good artistic look. Another dithering algorithm which is also easy to implement is order dithering. In this method, we have pre-calculated pixel for different shade of gray. We also have a dithering algorithm which use a noise texture. So in this video, I'm going to explain about these two algorithms. And first, I'm going to start with order dithering. Imagine this is the image we want to work on. Let's take a closer look at this pixel. The next thing that I'm going to do is to create a set of 2 by 2 pixel with different grayscale value. Then I put this pixel on top of my image. If the image pixel is brighter than this pixel, I make them white, otherwise I'll make them black. And I do this for the next set of image pixels. So in Go.Shader, I have created a simple shader which render my cat image on plane. Now I want to dither this image, in another word, create the same image using black and white pixels. First, I need to divide my image into a grid, so I can make each entire grid cell either black or white. To do this, I multiply my UV coordinate by a constant number, and this gives me the dithered cell position. I can visualize the grid by taking fraction part of this multiplication like this. Here my dither UV coordinate in each cell has a constant integer value for both x and y, starting from 0 and increasing. Now I simply replace this constant value with a preprocessor value called a dither scale. To implement order dithering, I simply open the Wikipedia page for the order dithering. You can see the matrix value that we need to use. This matrix is called Bayer matrix. For now, I am using this 2 by 2 matrix, but you can also use higher dimension matrices if you need to. So I am going to copy the matrix value directly into my shader. And also I'm going to create a preprocessor value which represents the dimension of this matrix. You can also create a texture from this matrix in GIMP like this. Now first we need to get the Bayer matrix value for each cell. I'm getting it like this. Basically taking the modulate of the cell coordinate position by the matrix dimension will give us the correct number in the matrix. Also, I can show you the Bayer matrix value, which is like this. You can see the 2 by 2 matrix repeat itself along this grid. Now the last thing to do is to compare the cat value to this Bayer matrix value, and if it is less than that, we set it to 0, otherwise we set it to 1. I do this with the help of the step function. And this is my final image. We can achieve different results by changing the dither scale value. Alright, now I just replace this 2 by 2 Bayer matrix with a 4 by 4 Bayer matrix, and you can see the result. I think I can organize this code better, and I put the dither code in a separate function. So now let's see how we can implement noise dithering. First, I change this function name to dither Bayer, and then I just add a new function for noise dithering. In this function, like before, I create a grid by multiplying my position to dither scale. And then I take the floor of that. After that, based on my position, I create a random number. If you don't know how this create a random number, I suggest you to read the Book of Shader website. There you will understand that. And basically here I just use this random number instead of Bayer matrix value. Then I use the step function to get a 0 or 1 value. So you can see this will give a different result. And whether you like this one or other one before, it depends on what art style you need to implement in your game. I also completely removed the grid, and you can see the image is not pixelated anymore, but the dots move as I move or rotate the camera. You can play with these values and see which one is better for your project. Also, right now we use a white noise to generate this dithering effect. By white noise I mean random function gives us a uniform random number between 0 and 1. But you can use other type of noise which are not uniform between 0 and 1. This will also give you different result. Now I'm going to briefly talk about blending two textures with use of dithering. So here I have a plane in which two ground textures are blended together. I use this texture to create this scene, and I put this texture in a texture array. This is a shader code for this. Here I have a mask which is just a noise texture which help us to blend between two textures. Then I sampled from the color texture with index 0, and then I sample from the color texture with index 1, and then I just blend them based on this noise texture. I do the same thing for normals. Okay, the first thing which I need to do is to add my dithering function. Then I create the dithering version of my mask. And this is my dithering version of my mask. There's a small issue with my dithering mask. I can see many small white dots in the black region. This happened because we use a step function in our dithering function, and random number with the value of 0 are problematic. To fix this, I simply add a very small value to the random number, so they never include 0 exactly. As you can see, that fixed the problem. Now instead of sampling two normal maps, I just sample it once, and for the image index, I use dithered mask. Please note dither mask value is whether 0 or 1 and nothing between. And this is what makes it perfect for using as a image index. And this is the result of combining normal map using dithering technique. I barely can notice any difference. Just if you look really close, you can see a small artifact, but with this way, we just remove one texture sampling and we optimize our shader code. Now I can do the same thing for color. After blending color using dither, I can see more artifacts. So maybe you don't want to use this for blending color. It's depend on you. By the way, this also depends on what texture you use. If two textures match better, they also blend better with this technique. Like here in my trend, you can barely notice any difference when I blend between these two textures. But if you look at these two textures, you can see the dithering artifact is more obvious. The topic of the blending between two textures is really broad, but there is much more to this topic beyond what I covered here. I hope you like this video and tell me if you have any suggestion. Have a good time. Bye.